Hey there, folks, and welcome back to another episode of our adventure in the game Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Going through all of the story arcs as a means through the main story, as a means to unlock the side stories so we can go through them one by one and see what they have to offer, and also probably see what else is in the gallery and whatnot, to which we are on the final arc of all the girls in particular, and that one being Yuri. To which in the last episode, we had just finished with dealing with Yuri and her poem, and we went to the others. Natsuki was unfortunately being very snarky with her particular interpretations of the poem that we wrote, which had a lot of metaphorical terms to it, even saying that we weren't taking it seriously. And I had a few words for that. But of course, Sosuke came back and said a few things about her and her writing and everything, to which got her in a kind of a checkmate type of standoff. So she kind of backed off on that one. So folks, ain't no need to do this, okay? And I don't know whether or not it was Shark Week, and honestly, I don't care even if it was, but I doubt it was. You don't act like that with anyone. That's just plain rude and it's immature on either side at all. Nevertheless, moving forward, we then went to Sayori and find out her thoughts of it, to which she really liked it and whatnot. And of course, apparently come to find out that she wrote her poem right that morning, probably before she actually went down to get some breakfast and whatnot, according to what the poem said. But then moving on, we went to Monica, to which of course Monica also liked the poem that we wrote and gave some things of her ideas of her writing her poem, and also gave us a writing tip as well. So how about that? And the biggest one is just, hey, just write it down, get it on the paper. Don't worry about perfecting it just yet. And that goes back to any kind of language arts essay or anything like that. Do a rough draft first, and then you can tidy it up in the final draft later. So that's one of those writing tips also. But with that, moving on, everybody kind of settled in a way, but in the last bits of poems being written and reading, Natsuki and Yuri exchanged each other's poems, and some stuff looked like it was getting heated, to which it really looked like Natsuki was the one who was pushing it to that point. But let's see how it goes, because Yuri was kind of standing for herself, but it looked like she wasn't really doing it as a means to be a narcissist. But let's see how these two characters really play this scenario out, because I'm starting to think that there's going to be some serious throat grabbing, but we'll see. All right, let's cue it up and see where we go with this. Let's hope these two behave themselves, but I don't think they will. Natsuki stands up. "Oh?" says Natsuki. "I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. You do realize the same could be said about you, Natsuki." Replied Yuri. "That's not what I... You're just..." Yuri stands up as well. "Here we go. Maybe you're just jealous that Sosuke appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours." "Huh?" answered Natsuki. "And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?" Looks like they're both trying to impress this kid. "Are you really that full of yourself?" Replied Yuri. "No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy." Groaned Natsuki. Replied, or interjected Sayori. "Is everyone okay?" "No, they're not. This is the part where you actually break this stuff up." "Well, you know what?" interjected Natsuki. "I wasn't the one whose rack magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sosuke started showing up." Really? 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 All right, tell you what, folks. Before our character came into this room, let's look at a scene of what Yuri's set was before then. See that? You see that? Now bring it back to this. Does that look like there's any kind of adjustment or augmentation whatsoever? Apparently not. So I'm gonna conclude and say that you are full of junk, young lady, and you've probably got a rack envy. Anyways, let's move on. But they both got some issues right here. Natsuki? Boasted out Yuri. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you, says both Natsuki and Yuri. Yeah, Monica, you gonna have to put that in check. I don't like fighting, guys, says Sayori. I don't think they care at this point. Suddenly, both girls turned to me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Sosuke, says Yuri. She's just trying to make me look bad. I'm like, honestly, Yuri, you're trying to do the same. You're trying to make her look bad too, okay? That's not true, replied Natsuki. She started it. If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would not have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should stand out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sosuke. Wait a minute here, interjected Yuri. There is a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, don't you, Sosuke? Come on, buddy. You know you got this. You know you can understand this, buddy. Well, says Natsuki and Yuri in unison. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be. And we'll see how it goes on Yuri, since this is the Yuri route. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Interjected Natsuki. Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all, interjected Natsuki again. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Answered Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's, replied Yuri. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting their feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see, answered Yuri. I didn't notice that I am sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? Answered Natsuki. That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, interjected Monica. I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Ugh, groaned Natsuki. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody is taking her side. It ain't about really taking anybody's side. It's really about just doing what's right. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. And that's a problem with a lot of us, really. A lot of us can't handle the pressure when we're wrong. And in this scenario where both of them are at fault with whatever contributions they had that aided in the problem, a problem with us human beings is we don't want to admit that we're wrong, as somehow we're going to lose our credibility if we do. But in fact, it's the actual opposite. By us admitting when we are wrong, when we actually are wrong, we're actually growing in maturity. Because admitting when we're wrong, it takes a mature mindset to do that. And we actually earn a bit more respect when we do. But now, to maintain that respect, we have to apply the necessary corrections to that misconduct. It's not enough to just apologize or admit that we're wrong. We have to also engage in the corrections of that misconduct. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, interjects Sayori. It helps me to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? Interjected Natsuki. I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, expresses Sayori. She really didn't need to do that, interjects Monica. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Yuri sighs. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed, says Yuri. Can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, I don't, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, answered Yuri. All right, I believe you. Thanks, Sosuke. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing, says Yuri. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, Yuri, in all honesty, you don't even really need to do that. There's plenty to work with. I'm just saying. What thing did Natsuki say? Really, Sosuke? Really? Well, never mind that. Yeah, just move on, Yuri. Just move on. I'm gonna make some tea. Yes, a good cup of tea in the time. Good cup of tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems today? It was a lot of fun! Yeah! Says Sayori. Well, I'd say it was worth it, says Yuri. It was alright. Well, mostly. Says Natsuki, who apparently has returned. Sosuke, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome, answered Monica. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. I wouldn't really call them friends just yet, Monica. More like associates or schoolmates. So, your poems will turn out even better. Okay. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Hey, Sosuke, says Sayori. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Anyways, Sayori beams at me. Beam me up, Scotty! It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Hey, Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? Asked Sayori. You know, between Natsuki and Yuri. Does that kind of thing happen often? No way, answered Sayori. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Do you? No, I don't hate them. Just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. We dodged the bullet, folks. Sayori has announced we've dodged the bullet. You know, Sosuke, expressed Sayori, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really liked you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun! It looks like Sayori still has not caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Shouts out Sayori. Yeah, let's do this. Another poem. Okay, let's see what we can do. All of these, probably this one. Oops, never mind. That was the wrong one. Variance, yes. Melancholy, yes. Infallible, yes. Pain. Nope. Massacre, yes. Determination, yep. Disoriented, most likely. Intellectual, yep. Unrestrained, yep. Engulfant, I guess. I am not doing that word. Even though it's one that she considers, I'm not doing that one. Philosophy, yep, that works. Disarray. Nope, tragedy is Sayori. Things are an awesome landscape, infinite, empty. I don't really like using deletion. Whatever. I'll take this. I'll take the L on that one. Agonizing. I guess that's not too bad. Misfortune. Shoot. Incapable. Yep. Might as well go that route. Captive. Yep. I'd rather not get into that. I'd rather not do that. Secretive. Yep. That works. Okay. So roughly 16 out of 20. I guess that ain't bad. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Sosuke, what's happening, homie? Says Sayori. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, expresses Yuri, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Oh? Replied Sayori. That's not like you at all! I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh? Replied Sayori. Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Expresses Sayori. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair, says Sayori. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Expresses Sayori. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. expresses Yuri. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. Folks, the average human conversation volume is 66 decibels, and sound travels at roughly 750 miles an hour. I think it was actually 760. So being that there's very little bit of travel distance within this particular classroom, and not to mention that sound only diminishes by 6 dB, which is 2 human notches every double distance. Come on. And the first measurement that oftentimes we work with is 1 meter, so it's roughly like 3 feet. So you double that, it's not gonna really diminish all that much. Anyways. Expresses Yuri. I wasn't listening or anything. BS on a popsicle stick in a Mississippi outhouse with no tissue. Watch, somebody's gonna start making a tally how many times I say that. Somebody's gonna do it. Well, you know, we never know. Somebody's probably gonna start clipping it as well. You never know. It might end up on a YouTube short. Anyways, it was just something about yeah. It was something about see. There's like weird inscription right here. Yuri calls out Sayori. Tell Sosuke to let me borrow somebody. Please, Yuri, please convince him to let me borrow somebody. That's, replied Yuri. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Wow. But see, that's the difference between being able to buy something and being able to afford something. Express Yuri. Did I just totally, did I really just do that? Did I really just scald a fellow classmate? Did I really just do that? I didn't mean that. I did not mean that, I swear it! I got doing something recorded in my book. You mean somebody was acting like that in the book? Wait a minute. Are you saying you schizophrenic? Okay, maybe not. Okay, hang on. Let me put my headphones back on. Okay. All right. Says Sayori. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. Replied Yuri. There's no way you can think that. There is absolutely no scientific, formulatic way you can do that. You were right, though, replied Sayori. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution, answered Yuri. Yeah, that thing. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yes, there absolutely is. Do not let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, says Sayori. Then he wouldn't have showed up. It's simple as that. If he's not interested, he's not interested. Why you gotta do all that manipulating stuff? You know that stuff ain't cool. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Moving on. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! Says Sayori. What was? Oh. A cookie! A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Oh, is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. replied Natsuki. I was just gonna give it to you, but when I heard you blab about the cupcakes, it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. You know you're also guilty of assault, right, Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Oh, so good.
Anyways. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. Ah!
You're going through a lot over just one cookie, says Natsuki. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? I'm an in the closet cookie monster. Can I try yours?
Anyways. Jeez, answered Natsuki. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate, and I really like chocolate.
Yeah, answered Natsuki. Why do you think I gave you that one? Wait, what flavor did you give her? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Hey! We're still in a pandemic. Ah, jeez. I get it, says Natsuki. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh! Really, Sayori? Really? Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Shouted out Natsuki. Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Yeah? Natsuki glances around. Monica is not in the club room. Where is Monica anyway? Good question, replied Yuri. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me, says Sayori. Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. Thinks Yuri. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay, says Sayori. Of course she's okay, answered Natsuki. She probably just has something to do. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think?
Ponders Sayori.
She has a...
answered Yuri. I would not be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
Oh, that's true.
Excuse me? Oh, let me tell you, Natsuki, with your attitude, there are folks far more desirable than you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Suddenly, the door swings open. I did not mean to be like, I did not. There was traffic in the hallway. Some student fell down the stairs, and I wanted to make sure they were okay because I've got some medical training, and I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Not really.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all,
said Sayori.
You are so strong-willed. You have fought the good fight from your urges and your desires. For that, you are well deserved of the medal itself.
Boyfriend, answers Monica. What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Answered Monica. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though, answered Natsuki. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not have heard it since I was practicing piano, answered Monica. Piano? Says a curious Yuri. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently, answered Monica. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool, answered Sayori. You should play something for us. Play something for us, Monica. Play something for us. That's, answered Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yeah! Answered Sayori. That's so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? Answered Monica. In that case, I won't let you down, Sosuke. Y'all grabbing these vibes right here? Whenever it's this kid who's showing any kind of interest in them, they just get a boost of confidence somehow. Y'all catching this stuff? Monica smiles sweetly. And see, look, she's even going as far as this. Even going as far as this little posture right here. Gosh. All because I'm a dude. I didn't mean to pressure anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. Didn't you just say you just started? And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thank you, answered Monica. So, I didn't miss anything important, did I? Asked Monica. No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her about it anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. How big was it? Yuri is back in her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no, answered Yuri. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, says Yuri, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold on to this for a second? Asked Yuri. Yeah, sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have that water pitcher? Asked Yuri. Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well just walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Sure, let's go. Where are you two off to? Interjects Monica. Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay, answered Monica. Sorry, I was just a little bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? I know what you're doing, Monica. And you're being very unsportsmanlike. That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once, interjected Yuri. Oh! Oh, one thing about them quiet ones too. When you annoy them to a certain point, they will get in your rear end and check you. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Sosuke in club activities? Says a shocked Monica.
Down, girl, down.
My mouth gapes. Says Monica. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Expressed Yuri. Then let's go, Sosuke. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Oh dear. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Let's take a break, shall we, and find out what drove her into that, which we probably know with her history of behavioral processions next time. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this video this time around. If you liked what you saw, maybe consider leaving a like. And if you'd like to see more, maybe you want to check out some more things on the channel, I encourage that you subscribe and also be sure to activate notifications so you can be informed of the next productions to be released. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.